Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. Today, I'm just going to fuss around with things around my desk, and believe me, there's plenty. I was trying to pick up a little bit the other day, and I thought, oh, yeah, I should do that. Oh, yeah, I should do that. So, happy leap day. Goodbye to February. Hello to March. Whoop, 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 whoop. Every day, I'm getting closer to getting a puppy. I'm not sure about my lighting today. Let's cut that back a little bit. Let's see. All right, so February, I was trying to do a flip through of a journal or something that I've been working on. And so today I'm going to flip through this. This is a couple years ago, I think it was Dee Dee I saw had a journal similar to this. So then I went, scouting around and I was able to purchase one. Excuse me, sip of coffee. And then when I got it, I was kind of disappointed, not with the cover so much, but with the paper inside. And I guess it said, I just got it on Amazon, but I liked the rustic kind of look to it, leather, you know. And then I couldn't decide which way I wanted to start it. So I think I started it this way. And then I thought, oh, well, that's silly because I've got the big knot here if I wanted to work in it. But I did start, and I thought, well, I wanted to draw in this. But when I opened it up and started to draw, the paper, like I knew the paper had deckled edges, but the paper is, it's just really weird. It's not nice to draw on. And it was getting all smudgy and I didn't like it. And I didn't like that I had that big knot underneath there. So I thought, well, I'll just flip it over. So I flipped it over. So my knot is on the top. And then I started to draw again. I thought, yeah, no, see, I don't really like this. I just can't describe. It's almost like it's pressed paper, or I don't know if you can really tell. It's just really, it's not good for drawing for me. Good morning, Sherry. How are you today? So I decided to do, I think mostly like decoupage type art in it. So a while back, I had purchased, when I was in the market, I had purchased a bunch of, what did they call it? Rice paper, maybe. And so I used some of that in here. And that goes down pretty well. So here's the first one. I just put it down very simply and then took some of my, it looks like my Timmy Destructs crayons around the edge. I mean, there's not much done in here. And then there was this one that I didn't want to part with, so I just glued her down and then tried to match the top a little bit here so it just looked like sky. I mean, I'm glad I have it, but it just wasn't what I expected. This might have been a Ciao Bella one. I'm not sure. I just started to put in, different, like napkin or tissue type images that I like. He's got several signatures. These are Jane Davenport tissue paper images, which of course I want to come back and do something additional, but I just glued them in there. I don't know what I want to do with those yet. Oh, this is a Stamperia one. I don't know the names of this, paper as well as I do like see the Graphic 45 papers. So I don't know what that one's called. This one's going to go in. It seems to either be too small or too big. No happy medium. No happy medium. This is one of my favorites. So this was the tissue paper. This was the rice paper images. And then I just came on top of it with different stencils. This is a stencil down here that I added. And then the same up here, but of course I did the light up here and then the dark. And then just some, looks like Timmy stencil. Timmy stencil. And then I had a lot of these little gal images. Aren't they precious? They're just so cute, I think. So like most of my journals, works in progress. I'm not sure. I'm thinking Stamperia here too. This was one of the rice paper images that I purchased. Looks like I got that on really crooked. Woo! Not sure what I'll do about that. Oh yeah, well, this is a 1950s gal. She'll go in. I'm not loving this, I gotta tell you. The paper's kind of heavy, but it's, I don't know, it just like, see, like it feels like it's falling apart out here. And it's, I mean, it is textured, but it's just gross. I just don't like it. I don't like it. But I like the way. Hey, hi, Kel. Good morning. I like the way that it's crisscrossed here, and then you can see how they have it knotted. It'd be fun to try to figure that out, wouldn't it? I don't know if there's much more done in here. I think that might be about it. See, and then I started to draw from that other end. I'm just going to cover that up with stuff. I'm just going to cover it up. I think that'd be it. So it sits in my drawer. And there you have it. It's got a nice, great big band around it. Hey, Andrea, good morning. I guess I could take this out, really, if I didn't like it that much, and then slit the back, but it's all right. It's all right. So the other day, when we were taking Kellyanne back to the train so she could get home, we had different stops we had to make before we got home. And went and saw Mom, did some stuff there, and then Ron, what was Ron wanting to do? He was wanting to do something. He ran in somewhere, and there was a Five Below next door, so I went in the Five Below. I like Five Below. And I was looking for a couple of things to add to what we'll give our grands for Easter. So I got them each a book, and then I saw this, and he was waiting in the car. I didn't really look at it that closely, but it's called, so if you don't want to be enabled, close your eyes. And you might not want to, I mean, this is not the cat's meow, let me tell you. It's just not. The Forest Fairies and Fungi sticker collection. Well, I like mushrooms, so I just kind of went through it quickly, but it's got some interesting stuff in here. And everything in Five Below is, you're not going to believe this, $5 and below. How about that? Unless it's marked special. There were a couple things I saw that were more expensive, but this wasn't it. I mean, the fairies aren't that great, but I think some of the mushrooms are cool. So I just got this to fuss around with. So I'm going to add this to my collection of, stuff I probably will never use. Oh gosh, it's a disease. It's a disease. But there might be some things in there I'll find something to do with these. So that's that. So that's it for the flip through for today, I think. So we had a special table set up for Kellyanne to work at. And yes, we did lots of giggling for sure. And we watched a lot of murders. And I was missing her real bad the other night. I said, "You want to watch a murder?" Anywho, so I just was straightening up and I had shoved a bunch of stuff in a bag. So I emptied out a bag and there's some different things that I just want to do. And I thought, you know what? Maybe today I'll just try to tackle some of those things. So some of today is going to be just like looking through stuff and deciding what I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to show you this stuff, which I never did because Kel and I got started, but Kel brought me some goodies. So I showed you this bracelet she made. It's absolutely to die for. And it's very comfortable. Let me take it off. And she's probably open to maybe making these. I don't know. I can't speak for her, but she's in chat, so ask her. But look how beautiful that is. So I've been wearing that. And then she gave me this one, which I'm not sure I can get on myself. But look how pretty that is. These are like, what do you call these, Kel? Are these tiger eye beads? It looks like a little tiger eye. Very, very darling. But I don't want to get that busted either. And this has got a toggle. I'm having a hard time untoggling. I might need the hubs. Might need the hubs to help me with this. But that's adorable. She brought me that. And then she brought me some goodies from Maine. Look at that. Lobster. I was thinking I'd like to pull out is that right here? My porch journal and maybe put some of this stuff in my porch journal. But I tend to lose that very quickly. Oh, there it is. I think it's right there. Hold on. Some of these I think might be good in there. Let me get it. Yeah, let me see. Some of them might look good in here. So now remember, if you're here and if you're talking to me, you talking to me. If you're talking to me, put things in capital letters for me, please. This is my porch journal. I've got some other stuff shoved in here too. Okay, cool. All right, I think I might put some of this main stuff in here. So some of these would be good for flip outs, decoupage on top. Funtown Splashdown. Botanical Gardens. Look, this is a map. This I might take apart. Map stuff in there. There's maps. See? Map! That's cool paper. Maine's Historical Society Visitor's Guide. Freeport, Maine. Oh, this is another. Oh, look. This is already folded for you. Oh, look, it's got a little. Ooh. That looks like I could fold that up and do some cool stuff with. And then she brought me this big one, Maine Beaches. And I was thinking about what Peggy had said. You know, when Peggy folds a magazine or works in a magazine, she uses what's on the page and adds to it. I don't really work like that, but I think I would like to. So I'm kind of not, I haven't done anything. I was thinking about folding this so it would be narrow. Excuse me. But yeah, oh, look, so, you know, some of this are just wonderful, glorious pictures. Glorious pictures. So who did I miss? Who else has come in here? There's Gail. I missed Gail. Hi, Gail. Good morning. How you feeling, Gail? Gail had a birthday. Hope you had a good day. Hope you were feeling more like yourself. Oh, look, word search. Kenny Bunks. So this kind of stuff is always cool to have. All right, so let me see. I want to put one of these in my, oh, that's a single. Well, that he might be able to tuck into a pocket. Either one of these two, I think. So these are going to go up with my stash of goodies up there. I was thinking about digging. I have a corner back in my shelf there that's got some cool stuff back in there. I got to reacquaint myself with it. Do you like to sometimes just dig through some of your stuff and you forget what you have, and then it's almost like Christmas. I'm trying to make myself a little extra room here. This was something I put together. This was a slot and tab thing. Jean Bainey, maybe? No, I don't know if that's the right last name. Jean, that's or she was. She probably still is involved with the FI. Maybe some of you girls could help me with her name. I don't know if she does her own stuff anymore, if she's with other people. But anyway, it was a tab and slot book that she showed us how to put together. And I took some of these pages I'd drawn on and did that. But see, then I took them apart because I want to glue them in here. So this is the porch journal I made for myself. You can see I've done some stuff in here. This whole book was inspired by Murray from the Murray Atelier, and Murray inspired this drawing with just a simple needles and threads. Now see, I've made myself some notes. Decorate pockets, draw a clothespin. Oh, I did that. I could cross that off if I could find something to write with in my vast array of junk. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's see. So how is everyone? Okay, draw clothespin. I did that. And stamps, dictionary pages, include favorite things, draw a large mixed media page, a Daphne page, a super doodle page. Okay. Oh, mouse drawing, chicken drawing. Oh, I think I have that in there. Napkin. So these are just ideas I have for the pages. But you can't find the pencil. Bet you still can't find. Nope. I have some in a drawer. I have some in a drawer, Cal. They might just go in the pocket. In the pocket. Oh, here's an idea. Look, this is a clear pocket I put in. I'm liking that. Okay, let's go the other way. Does anybody know the gene I'm talking about? Painty paper. Oh, there's my sweet auntie who passed. I think I did this on a stream. May 28th, it looks like, 23. Oh, this was the school my dad went to, and his brothers and sisters. 1948. Oh yeah, this is one of my coloring pages from, her name is Emanuela Cologne. I'm not sure either, Gail. Was I asking about something? Another pocket. So that's kind of cool. I think I want to do it this way, on the edge of a page. I have that up further, right? Because everything's doubled. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe that will look cool there. Maybe I'll get some score tape and put that in. I like that lobster in there. Let me grab my score tape. I think I know where that is. Isn't that surprising? Oh, I now have a semi-pet squirrel. His name is Stanley. Kellyanne bought some peanuts for him. And he has a friend, Fred. Him and Fred have been coming for peanuts. So I put some out this morning, and my gosh, they're gone already. So they must be hungry. Stanley and Fred together again. Well, there's not much on here, but I think there's enough to do what I need to do. But when we were in here in this room working, we would see the squirrel coming up and sniffing around, and he was having a field day with the bird feeder, hanging from it and knocking it around. Oh my gosh. So we put out some peanuts, and a cardinal came up and took a whole peanut in a shell. These are peanuts in a shell. I was just amazed at that. I didn't think birds would do that or want that. I know they like nuts and seeds, but I didn't think they would, really want anything in a whole shell. Anywho, that's the story on the neighborhood kids. Stanley and Fred. Gail says, those a cardinal can peck the shell. Yeah, I figured that after the fact, but I just didn't think they would be interested. And there was certainly plenty of bird feed for the cardinal, but whatever. I mean, are you ever just sitting at your desk and you got stuff, you maybe don't know what you want to work on, you've got different things, and you've moved different place to place on and around your desk like 112 times? That's me. That's me. All right. Gail, maybe I was asking about a gal by the name of Jean. She has a channel. She used to do her own videos, or I think she would come on live, but she's involved with Defy, or at least she was. And she was doing a tab and slot project, and that's what I have here that I put in my clear. This was from Coloring Pages. Hi, Riri. Good morning. Yeah, we had a chipmunk that I would catch out back here, but I haven't seen him this winter. So it may be too sparse right here, right now for him. All right, I've been wanting to put this down too. So let me see, maybe that I thought I could. Oh, this is what I was working on the other day with the tea bags. I saw a gal do something really cool with tea bags, and now I'd have to go back and look at my history. I don't remember her name. But she and paper bags, and it really looked cool. But I don't know how I would use it. I think she was going to use it to make cards, and I'm really not making don't really make cards. I was thinking I'd like to put this in somewhere. It's kind of wrinkly dinkly there. Kind of wrinkly dinkly. And Kellyanne and I and hubby, we took a ride down to the beach, and we had hoped, oh, maybe there, to sit on the beach. Kel was going to do some crocheting, and I'd hoped to do some drawing. Well, I gave it a good college try, but oh my goodness, down by the water, it was so windy and so chilly. My hands were frozen. So, and I'm not really an urban sketcher, you know. So it didn't work out. But it was nice sitting down there. I mean, it was a sunny day. Sunny day. Maybe I'll put that there. Good morning, lovely people. Jacqueline says she's cleaning her desk, so if she doesn't come up for air every now and then, just assume she's been eaten by the mess. I love her. I love her so much. My little Jacqueline. I think I'm going to try glue stick on this one. Malia? And Malia's here? Hi, Malia. Good morning. Oh, it's Lovely Malia. I saw the Lovely and I thought it was Jacqueline. Jacqueline's Lovely Crafting Lodge. She's probably working. Malia, hi. Oh, silly girl. He's going to get eaten by the miss. All right, let's try this. I'm still looking for Pat Smith, if anybody knows the infamous Pat Smith. I would be most appreciative. Okay, that's probably going to stick to that page. I need a wipe. I'm looking forward to spring. I am. I keep getting a message about a meeting I have tomorrow, and it keeps coming up on my screen. I don't want to delete it. I just want to go back to my YouTube there. Live. Malia, are you in your little building? Or are you still in the house? Weren't you, or don't you have a little she shed or something? Yeah, Jersey in the summer is pretty nice, especially because we have 2 pools here, which I enjoy going to the pool. All right, so let's leave that be. So as you can see, I got plenty of room in here to do some stuff. All right, so that's one thing done. See, and then I've got things like this. This is a little thank you from Keisha's Market this last time. Isn't it cute? Oh, it really is adorbs. I should put that in. Oh, this was from Pastry. Another stamp. See, I've got a whole jar of those. Look. See, some of this is just a matter of putting everything back in its spot. I get so lazy with this kind of stuff. Now I've started a little, oh look, there's some more beads. I've got a whole little jar of beads out on my comfy chair and they really look cute. Some of them are wonky, some of them aren't cut correctly. Okay, so this is where I want to put my little stamps. I've got the little baggie here. So they're going in there. Now they're all together. They're all together. And in this little goodie, I found this at a charity shop in Yorkshire. Yes, I know how to cut them now. She is exactly correct. But I hate to throw anything away, too, so I roll the wonkers. I roll the wonkers. There's a button. Okay, I want to do another bead journal. So I'm saving these little bits from Graphic 45. Oh, look, this bead has a little handle. Looks like a little jug. All right, so let's put these in here. Small things in that tin. And I have a container here where my postage stamps go. Boop. I say boop. Anybody else cleaning? Cold coffee. This little guy, I know where he goes. And this little charm, I know where he goes. These are this little slide projector squares. And I just made a little book, kind of, for a little slip-in somewhere. We should do some of those. This is graphic 45 paper. Not sure why I need to save that one little bit, but I could just glue it somewhere. Cal says I still have my suitcase to unpack. Yeah, I dilly-dally with unpacking of the suitcase. Let's see if I can find my charm. Whoops, there goes the pincher. Cal got a lot of my beads organized and got all my glass beads in one spot. You like groundhogs, Riri? Groundhogs not so much. Beavers, I could say. So this is a little enamel. I'll get that back in there. How lovely. Now, this is another, see, I say I don't make cards, but see, I've got cards started here. See, this is what I do that's a bad habit. I take a bunch of stuff and I just shove it in a bag. And then I don't know what's in here. These might just be envelopes. See, they're vintage envelopes. You can tell because they're old. These are just regular. I do love making envelope type journals. Okay, so this can go back into storage. Over behind me, I have a shelf that's got all these little pockets, and that's where I keep my cardstock paper, envelopes, fabric, and those kinds of things. I like to put crows on projects. I don't like crows so much. They're kind of piggy. So this is I have made in the past. I'll show you some bookmark cards. But I'm wondering if I want to keep. See, these little guys need to be colored, and then I just need to assemble the cards. So these are projects waiting to be finished. And I was thinking I should put these by my comfy chair and work on these in the evening, and then I can get these put together. Because occasionally you do need a card. So that might work for that idea. That's a blank. Okay, here's a couple more. And these are, maybe we could do one of these. That doesn't have an image on it. What kind of stick? Oh, there's another one of those. Let's put this over here. So you can tell by the looks of these. These are all vintage envelopes. See how scruffy that is under there? So they're all blanks. Blank, blank. And these are my bookmark cards. So I just took a piece of plain colored cardstock, and then I took white cardstock and did a background. This one I put oxides on and rubbed and smudged it in and kind of blended it, and it looks like I spattered and stamped a little, and then made this little belly band, and then made a matching bookmark. And then the inside's blank. And here's another one. This one needs an envelope. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Same thing, trying different colors. This looks like I spattered maybe alcohol because it looks like the color is bled out of there. Put on some puppies. This one I still have in a plastic bag. This is one of the Santoro stamps, one of the little girls. I have little minis. That was an off-color cream. And then one of my parrots. Oh, this one I put a happy birthday sentiment inside. See if I have a matching envelope. Yes, I do. A couple other bookmarks. These are easy to do if you, if anybody reads anymore. If you have a friend that reads and does bookmarks, just do a simple little sketch. Put some watercolor in there. Then I put Lazy Sue's in there, and then just did the black and white check around, and they come out cute. It's a crazy background one. I guess that goes on there. Oh, here we go. That's supposed to go like that. This is another card blank. Sorry, I got something in my that I can put together. Another envelope. It feels good to get stuff like this organized. Okay, so these, see now I'm picking them up and putting them in the wrong. These can stay in here. This one I can finish and put together. These are ones I want to take out by my comfy chair because when I feel like coloring, spell check, autocorrect. I know I was saying the other night to somebody, it keeps my spell check. Okay, it seemed like to me where it would, check your spelling and give you a suggestion for a word. But now it like changes my word. Like sometimes it puts in a totally different random word that makes no sense. So what happened? What did I do? Like I don't go in and fiddle around with settings or anything on my phone. So what occurred to cause that program to just start giving me random words? It's just nuts to me. Oop, there's the glue. All right, so I'm going to put this off to the side. I know, it's like there's gremlins, right, Gil? I mean, and then you get the the comment from the husband, well, you must have done something. My dad used to say that about my car. Well, you must have done something, Laura.
No, Dad, I didn't do nothing.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead I just had mine. There it is. I'm going to put a little score tape on this because it's just easier. And you know what? Instead of using all that, I'm just going to do it this way so I can kind of get my edges down. Normally I would do glue, but I don't feel like fussing with glue right this second. You see what I'm doing? When I was a young girl, my dad and mom took us camping. We lived in Pennsylvania, and my dad found this forest in New Jersey, Stokes State Forest, and a lot of places to camp. The campsites were just really close together, and you could hear what other people were doing. But this place that my dad found, all the campsites were very wooded and very private, and he just loved it. So we would go there. So then, as each one of us girls got married and started having our own families, mom and dad still went and camped, and we would go and stay over for a couple of nights, and our kids just loved it. My dad was still working, and at one point he was, I don't remember if he was on disability or laid off for a little bit, but he had to sign in. So he would drive 2 hours home, go sign in, sleep overnight at our house, and then come back. So my youngest sister and I were there. I guess we had our kids then. And we would sit and play cards at night. And then we would keep a light on, like a Coleman lantern. But inevitably, as it got later and the forest got quieter, the raccoons would come out. So the last thing my dad said to, must have been my brother-in-law at the time, he's my brother-in-law now, I think we were all married then. He said to my brother-in-law, okay, it's going to be you and the girls, so make sure, you keep them safe. You're in charge, so to speak. So dad's gone. It's late. We're playing cards. And the raccoons come out. Now, my brother-in-law is a city guy. It's the end of that score tape. So he screams and hops up on the picnic table. And us girls are sitting there. He's screaming like a girl. We're like, oh, great. You're going to protect us? We're just, what's wrong with this picture? He's better now, but at the time. All right, I'm just going to finish this off with some glue. I think I have more score tape. Oh my gosh. So we laughed about that for quite a few years. And they weren't bothering us. I mean, they weren't really under the table. They were kind of just swarming around the campsite, sniffing around the where we would have our fires and stuff. And then there's the bear story. That's, of course, that's a whole different whole different thing. That was scary. The campsite that my parents used to always rent just backed up to the woods. And for many years that was fine, but then there was the year the bear showed up. And my niece Caitlin, she's the one who's expecting her first baby in a couple of weeks. She was little. She was maybe a year old. No, she had to be older because her brother was born, what are they, 4 years apart? So she had to be like 4, and Alex was in an infant seat. And we had Alex sitting on the picnic table. We were doing dishes, and Dave, my brother-in-law, Caitlin's dad, my dad, Caitlin, they were off for a walk. And Mom, my sister Nancy, and I, we were doing dishes. Alex was sitting on the picnic table. We were, chatting to him. And my mother says to my sister Nancy, there's a bear behind you. And Nancy says, oh, get out. Nancy didn't believe her. So she turns around and there's a bear, because where we camped, say this was our picnic table. We had our camper here, and over to the left was a creek with a little embankment up to the flat part of the campsite. And here comes a bear climbing up that little incline. So Nancy grabs the baby, puts him in the camper, and the way the camper was, there was storage space under where like the two sides of the camper would fold out and be beds. There was storage space. So she shoved him underneath there in the storage. And here comes my brother-in-law, my dad, carrying Caitlin, who's like 4. And we're screaming, go back, bear in camp, bear in camp. So our cars were parked right there too. So they just threw Caitlin in. Well, they didn't throw, they put Caitlin in the car. So we're in the camper and this bear is in camp, and we had our coolers sitting out. Now everything had to be locked up, and a lot of times we would keep our coolers locked in the car, especially at night. We would pack everything up because you didn't want anything out because the bears would, come rummage. So, of course, we had phones then. So one of the, I think, neighboring campers called the station, the ranger station. And so we got a bear over here. And so a couple of rangers came. But that bear took that cooler of ours, just knocked it and flipped it, and it rolled down another bank. It popped open, and he went sitting down there by that cooler. And I don't know if my dad had a s'more wrapped up or marshmallows or something. That bear just sat down, and he was undoing tin foil, and he just had a picnic. He had a picnic. So the rangers came. All the other campers were all gathered around at the entrance of our campsite. And the rangers said, I hope you folks can run fast. And one of the guys said, why? He said, because that bear can do about 35 miles an hour if it decides to take off and come this way. So the crowd dissipated a little bit. And the ranger had, what do I got here? 7 and a 6.5. The ranger had a little, like flare gun, to, hey, boo boo, to scare them off. So we got a little bit of a snack, but then the ranger fired the flare gun and the bear took off. Everything was fine, but that was an experience. I think we do have pictures. Everybody was fine. But I think that was the last year we rented that campsite. It was a little too close for comfort. Hi, Ange. I don't think I saw you, Ange. Good morning. Okay, so I've got a hot pink sheet of paper here, and I just trimmed that down, and I will, attach that. And then on this piece of cardstock, I just put some of these are oxides. So I just took my blending tool and picked out two colors. So this is probably like a honey gold color, and then and maybe some rusty hinge. This looks like picked raspberry or something, and then did both bookmark size card and then a card to fit on here. Now, of course, I don't have a belly band on this one, do I? So now I want to think about putting some kind of a imprint on the back to kind of do some kind of background work on that. So let's see. Okay, Andrea's out. Bye, Andrea. Have a great day. Let's see. Let's go with my old standby. Stand by your man. I don't want the background to be too in your face, kind of muted. So I think I might, instead of using black ink, let's try, okay, Kel, let's try, oh, have you, Ange? Great minds think alike. Let's try some of this aged mahogany. Let's see what kind of print that gives us. And I want to grab a piece of scrap paper to do a tester print. I might have to get, let's see, where did I put Elvis? Here he is. Let's get out Elvis. This is an old mouse pad. All right, so I'm just going to do some random stamping. And so this is one of the projects that's been sitting here, and I should, really get this finished up. Okay, not too shabby. And I'm trying not to go out to my edge because I don't want a hard line. Hopefully, I'm not going to get a hard line. It's probably a little heavier than what I wanted. And that's going to sit on there like that. So let's do just a little bit on the back of this bookmark. The word bookmark is just not coming to the old brain this morning. And then let's grab, I don't think I want that. Let's grab some kind of little image type. Oh, this might be cute. These little butterflies. Let's try that. So bricolage, use what you have. You know, pull out some of those stamps, some of that card making stuff you haven't used in a while. Again, I don't want them too in your face. Oh yeah, that looks cute. Just kind of overlapping. Can you girls see that okay? Make sure you do some off the page so, you know, it doesn't look too boxy. And then let's put some on the bookmark too. A couple there, a couple up here, and some on the side. And I think I want to do a flower maybe there and maybe get out some watercolor. So that, I think, looks great so far. Now I'm trying to think ahead of what I want to put in the bookmark, but oops, wrong box, wrong box. Now, of course, as we think about Easter, that might be an occasion when you might need a card for somebody, maybe a friend, a neighbor, somebody at church, maybe a shut-in, grandma, auntie, you know. So if you don't make cards, you might have an occasion to need one coming up very quickly. Easter's early this year, right? Okay, let's try one of these. Let me do this one. And let me get my stays on. Now this is one of my Stampin' Up! Stamps that has the full flower at one end and then either a bud or a partial flower at the other end with a stem in the middle. So I think I want to do the full flower and then try to get a portion of the second little one there. So that's the goal. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. All right. And then let's try the other end. And I'm going to put a third one there. You really could just leave it like that, couldn't you? I mean, that really looks fine. But no, let's not. I took my Timmy pencils to the shore, and I really wasn't that thrilled with them, but I'm wondering if in this particular case, that might be the way to go. They're sitting right here. In my top drawer. Top drawer. So these are watercolor pencils. So let's just give a little little color in those leaves. See, now everybody can do this. You don't have to be an artist. Everybody's asleep. It's okay. They might be tired. I'm going to add some dark color pencil at the bottom. I don't think I have. I don't think there's a white. Oh yeah, there is a white. I wonder how white that white will look. Gail's watching and listening. Are you feeling better, Gail? Let's put a little white on this. And then I'm just going to take a regular little brush and kind of blend this color around. Wild honey. Wild honey. And this one is fossilized amber. Let's add a little bit of that to the petals. Okay. That should be good. Cap these up. Yes, except you cut your index finger yesterday afternoon. It's still sore. Hard to type. Oh, I know. Kellyanne and I were. I think I nicked by my thumb with my X-Acto knife. She poked herself doing some felting. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you Pudge. She made a little pumpkin person, and she gave it to me. And now Stewie has a friend. Look, it's a little pumpkin person. Kellyanne made that. Look at the little handbag. She stabbed her finger. Make a little pud. Stewie really likes her. Okay. So now I want a very small brush. And I could just, and some water. This is not super small, but it'll work, I think. And really, in a fairly quick amount of time, we've got something that looks really quite lovely. I'm doing all my flower petals. We'll put that base of white underneath. And some of that color can come out, from the flower, like right there. Those half flowers, I think that looks kind of nice. And then we'll just do a little blending on the petals. And then I'm going to grab a Sharpie pen, I think. No, not yet, Ange. I'm supposed to wait till April. I have been looking around. I'm having a hard time finding what I want and a female. There aren't too many females. I'm going to continue these stems. I think I want to do a little graffiti type marks. Around some of the stamped images. And you only want male dogs? I guess it's what you're used to. So I want to sign this. I'm going to put Pink Girly on there. And I think I want to write a word. Let's say, they look like daisies to me. So I'm going to say daisies are the friendliest. I don't know if that's spelled right. Thanks, Ange. Thanks, Gil. Okay, so now I need something for the top. And I need a belly band, don't I? Yes, I do. Now, the belly band doesn't have to be paper. It could be anything. It could be ribbon, right? So let me see if I can make this ribbon work. I did put on my, let me turn on my hot glue gun. You know, that might work. This is a blue background. It's got green and it's got pink flowers. So this might look cute to pop that in. Let's try a piece of this. You just have to be careful when you're doing a belly band that you want to make sure you make it snug enough. It'll hold whatever you want to sneak under it, but not too small where you can't get it in. You know, it's a little, it could be a little dicey. A little dicey. So now I'm looking for something in my little pot of goodies here that I can add to my you know what, girls, let's just dump it all out. That I can add to my bookmark. What the heck do I have in here? Good grief. All these little books. You know, sometimes I scare myself. That might be a little too blue. Am I blue? Isn't this pretty? I probably showed you this before. I got that. It might have been from Katie's Tribe of 5. That might have come with some, oh, look at this. That'll be good. With some stuff I purchased, like a bag of stuff. Oh, Kel, I think I found another bracelet that needs attention. Right there. Am I blue? I don't think I want these little books in there. Look at this one. Little Velcro. I could use those in journals. Look, there's a bee one. Here's a cloth one. I don't know if I did those on a stream or not. I thought this was all little stringy cloth bits in here. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I'm getting hungry early today. Okay, let's get some of this packed back in here. A piece of this might be nice. I would venture to say most of us have a little pot or a little something sitting by our workspace where we just throw little bits and bulbs, you know? Okay, so let's get these little, oh, that's fabric. Let's get these little books off to the side, out of my way. That's cute. Look at that little, oh, I might have to use that. I mean, people do still read books. All right, so I've got some string. I've got this stuff. And then this is the top of, you know, when you get that curly lace, that gathered lace, and you don't want it gathered and you want it to be straight, and you take off that little piece of fabric that's holding it gathered. That's what that is. And it makes wonderful, it's wonderful to put in the top of a tag, I think. I just love it because it's kind of fluffy. And now I don't want it too long because I want it to stick out and stay up. I don't want it to flop over. Now, ideally, if I could find a piece of, I could rummage through other stuff, but I'm not going to do it today. All right, so I'm going to get my tiny attacher. Oh, really, Gail? Yeah, I'm not a reader. It's not an interest to me. My husband reads quite a lot. But that would be annoying, yeah. You can't. You need a magnifying glass and such. Kind of takes the joy out of it, I would think. Kathy Kell listens to a lot of books. I think she reads some too, but okay, so that's not too bad, that little. I'm liking that little heart. I think I might put that on. That. Okay. So now I've got my card blank. I don't know where my runner tape is. I don't think. Let me just look in this one spot. Oh, that stuff down there is probably not going to open. It did. It opened. It's not there though. All right, let me get some more score tape. Do you still have the problem, Gail, with large print books? We had gotten some large print books for our neighbor, and they worked out pretty good for her for a little while, but I think she just got not interested to read. She's on a break. I know not all places. Our public library, you know, we could get some large prints there. Okay, I'm headed over here to get more. Oh, there's a blank on that. Okay. Some more score tape. I'm liking this hot pink. Oh, yeah, that's convenient. That's what my husband does when he goes to the gym in the morning. I think he reads until he starts getting really sweaty. And he's on a stationary bike. And then when he starts to sweat, I think he puts like on a headband and then starts listening to his book so he can keep pedaling. Yeah, that's true. Although, you know what, we have her mail coming here now, and she was getting a Reader's Digest plus a large print Reader's Digest. But I know what you're saying. Ron's uncle, for a couple years before he passed, he had macular degeneration. Is that what it is for the eyes? And he was able to get, books on tape to listen to. They just delivered them to his door, and he just really, really appreciated that and enjoyed it. He was a big reader. All right, so I'm just going to go around the outside edge with that, and then hopefully get my pokey tool. Pick off the tape. Now you want to burnish, if you're going to use your score tape, you want to burnish that down so it sticks to your surface. And see if I can get this on. And then I'm going to layer on my little design card. So my husband likes to look at recipes. So he's found this recipe, and I don't know if he's going to make it tonight. It's cauliflower, and I know there's a lot of mayonnaise and cheese and spices. So you part cook, I think he told me you part cook your head of cauliflower for like 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you put it in a baking dish. And then I think you mix your mayonnaise and cheese. I don't know if there might be an egg. Might be an egg, I'm not sure. And spices like garlic powder and such. And then you pour that all over top of your cauliflower and then bake it in the oven. And it gets all brown and crunchy. The reviews are amazing. I'm getting hungry for that. Sounds pretty good to me. Pretty good. Okay. Now, just make sure if you do something like this and you have any kind of writing, you want your words to be right side up, I would think, in most cases. Yeah, I mean, I like cauliflower, but I can eat it plain, but I sure like it with stuff on top of it better. Even more better. Yeah, the people in this article that wrote in and tried it said they won't cook the cauliflower any other way now. So that says something. Anyway, okay, so now we need a belly band, which I have this little piece of ribbon I think is going to work, because for whatever reason I didn't cut and save a piece of cardstock that I treated with the oxide inks. So I just want to put a little glue on either side. I was going to use hot glue, but I think I'm going to switch and use my Magnatech, my Fabri-Tac type glue. If I can get some of this to shake out here. Ange, did you give us the menu today? Because I don't know. I might have missed it if you did. Are you still here? Or did you go for your nap? Angela likes love stories. Really, the only books I remember reading are the Harry Potters. I used to frustrate my mother because I always read the last page of a book first. And if I didn't like what was there, I didn't read the book. Wow, this has got a lot of debris on the back of this ribbon. And then I'm just going to place that down. You're not eating right now, so there's no menu today. That's sad. That's sad, Aunt. You had pickles? Oh my gosh. When Kel was here, we went to a little, right, Kel? Didn't we go to a little while you were here? It's all becoming a blur. Oh, and I got these pickles. Oh my gosh. No, it might have been before Kellyanne came. A little spillage there. You know, you could stitch this on too if you had the mind to. Of course, you'd have stitch marks then on your, but you could stitch it on before you glued your patterned piece down. You know, if you were thinking ahead. That's going to slip in there. Now, where did I put that little heart? That little lacy heart. There he is.
Oh, there he is, right there.
Maybe a little bit of Fabri-Tac there. Yeah, have become a fan of pickles. I mean, I've always liked them, but I never really ate them much. But all right, I think that makes a cute card, and it's something that whoever you're giving it to, maybe there's something they could use. Now, you could also use the same idea, and instead of doing a bookmark, you could do a little pocket that would hold a gift card or maybe a little bit of cash money. Baby. Me either. And that would look cute in a little pocket too. All right, so that's a finished thing. And then I've got those other cards. I can sit in a comfy chair and finish coloring those other little cards. Elvis, it's time for you to go back in the drawer. Now let's look at these little books I made. This has got a little tea tag. a little tea tag thing on it, and a little Timmy dog. It's kind of cute. Looks like I've just folded these back and forth. Glued the two ends and made just little simple, like an accordion. Just made little simple, this is a little strip of wallpaper, painty paper, cardstock that got all yucked up there. Let's see if we can find something to put on that. This one I Velcroed. This one is Fabrique B. That'll work. Get my art glitter glue. I don't know what I got all over that one, but that is just very sad. It was really yucky. All right, where's the little, here we go, little tin. Let's find something else in here. Boy, I have a Barry Manilow song in my head that I just can't get rid of. Do 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 do. Kellyanne and I know all the same songs. Everywhere we went, we were singing. Bright your day, you to believe that you were part of the dream. Now it all seems like years away. Now I can't stop without you. And she says, I wish I knew how to stop this text of photos and all. All I do is delete them, take them off. I don't know what you mean, baby. Sorry, can't help you. How about your nephew? He seems like a smarty. He could probably figure it out for you. You know? I know what I mean. You know what I mean? All right, let's close that up if I can. No. Uh-oh, I got the little girl. I bent her. She was the wrong place at the wrong time. Ooh. All right. Now, this is my not my everyday journal. I've got tons of stuff in here that's got to go in. Putting this off to the side. I don't want to mess. So I'm looking for I don't know if I want to put one of these little books in here. I'm looking for a pocket. Maybe to put, one of these in. Kel's back. Welcome back to brighten our day. Kellyanne, I'm singing Barry. Maybe I can put something in here. Okay, these are tissue papers. That's a, oh look, this is a journal. I'm looking for somewhere to put some of those little, I mean, Kellyanne will tell you, I got stuff stacked everywhere. All right, I want to put one in there for sure. Part of the dream. It's very sunny here today, but it's gotten cold. It was, gosh, it was like 68, I think, yesterday. Part of believe that you were part of a dream. Now it all seems like years away. Oh, maybe I can make a pocket with one of these. This is just a 3x5s that I did on the jelly plate. Just one side. See if I can find one that will go on a page in here. Part of a dream. That might work. Like years away, I believe that you. I think one of those three might work there. I think I want it on the backside of Chicago. All right, this I had in here and it keeps coming out. Stay in there. It seems like most times your first impression or your first idea is the one that kind of sticks. Oh, really, Ange? Boy, I haven't been to the Cheesecake Factory in a long time. All right, I think me wants to put this one on. And I think I want it like right there. So let's cut that. Okay, that'll work. That will work. Now let's I need to find my, maybe it is a way, I don't know. I really would like to find my it says walnut. I think that's a little too dark. I can't find my vintage photo. That's what I'm missing. I may have it, ouch, I may have it in the wrong spot. Okay, Gail. Glad to hear you're feeling better. You take care as well. Enjoy your day. Here's a vintage photo. Who to believe that you were part of a dream? Whoops. I just had a mini craft a lunch. There goes my little owl. He just flew off. He flew off. I want to ink those edges. Let me also put a little divot. I like to put me divots. Now, which way do I want to go? I think I want to go that way. So I'm just took a round punch, just put it halfway to make a little half moon. Of course, that's going to cover up my, I can move it up. So I've got part of my tulips down there, and then some tulips coming out of the pocket. I kind of like that, so let's go with that. Okay, Ange, enjoy your nap. I'm putting everybody else that's here asleep. Part of a dream, now it all seems light years away. Who'd have believed? I need something across there, like some fabric. These are supposed to be fabric scissors. Let's just see. Not too shabby. All right, let's see. I'm looking to fill this pocket with some stuff. That will be too, this one's too fat. Kind of shoving that in there kind of too quick before my glue is dried, really. All right, so here's another little accordion, and I just have to find something to glue that into. And I was thinking those 3x5 cards might make a cover. What do you think? What do you think about that? I folded it wrong. Get a different pair of scissors. Ouch. So today's stream really is just a day of me fussing around at my desk. I might be able to zhuzh that down. I want this to be thin. Oh, that's all glued. All right, so that means this has to be glued here, and this has to be glued here. I knew it. She stole it. Ganache is making biscuits and rolling in my new daisy blanket. Oh, that little stinker. Gotta keep your eye on her, Kel. I think I found a puppy that might work, but I don't know where she is. That's going to be part of the trouble. It's getting one where we can go get her. I don't want to pay to have her delivered, you know. All right, so now I'm going to put some glue here. It might be too thick to go into that, although there is some give to the, let's use hot glue here. I finally put on a pair of Daisy socks, Cal. Not a hard time getting them off. All right, now I've got a bunch of, oh, I don't want to get that on my nail. Where's my tweezers? Where's my tweezers? Okay, now I've got this little heart basket type of thing here. And it's got all kinds of stuff in it. So I'm thinking I'd like to take a couple of these things and pop in my pocket here. Kel, what did I do with those tickets from bingo? I put those somewhere, didn't I? Oh, well, they'll reappear at some point. I can ink this. Let's get rid of some of these scissors. Let's put that back in my little scissor holder back there. I gotta be thinking about some lunch. Oh, it's just about 12. Okay. So today's Thursday. Jamie does every third Thursday, but that was last week, right? This is the fourth Thursday, which we don't usually have in February, correct? Am I correct? Let's make this a little journaling card. So I'm inking the edges. This is just a little piece of cardstock. I'm inking the edges, and I'm going to take old credit card and just make some lines on the back. And then I had that little baggie with the little stamps in it, and I think one says filed. Yeah, I'm going to put that at the top. Make sure it's going the right way. I think I want to use my StazOn. Are they in the same place you put your yarn labels? Oh, good question. Oh, good question, Cal. There's the yarn labels. I don't see it. Oh, I like it. Let's ink this side too. Look, and in just a couple of minutes, we've got a little journaling spot. Just from a little bit of leftover cardstock. So I've got my little mini journal. What can I put on the front of this? Oh, that's upside down. Let's go this way. Let's put something on there. These little bits I think we can let go. Throwing something out. That doesn't happen too very often. Okay, what does Kel say? Okay, I got a present in the mail, so I'm off to Butler Hill Beads. Oh, I'll have to find out more about that. A field trip? Are you doing a field trip? Okay, so where's my little tinny tin here? I will share when I am live again. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds great, actually. Okay, Cal, have fun. All right, I'm going to glue this on my little book. I'm going to make this side like a pocket. Oh, this, I got to get a different nozzle on this because it just puts out too much glue for me. I need a different nose. So that's a little pocket now on that side. And we'll just give that a little push. Well, it looks like most of you have cut out. So, you know what? I'm getting hungry for some lunch. It's about 12 noon. I'm just going to sit and I'm going to go grab something to eat and sit and fuss with this a little bit more and try to clean up some other projects that I have going, especially when you stream, like you start things and show some folks what you're doing. But I have a hard time getting back to it sometimes. I call that a personality flaw. So thanks for joining me. It was good to see your little faces today again. Pat Smith, if you should watch this replay, would you please get a hold of me? Because I have a giveaway for you and I need to know where to send it. That's Pat Smith from North Carolina. All right, so there's plenty going on the tubes today, so maybe I'll catch you somewhere else. But if I don't, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. And until Sunday, I will see you Sunday morning, 11 Eastern Standard Time, and see what kind of trouble we can get into on Sunday. Thanks so much for being here. Take care. I shall see you when I see you. I still haven't fixed my mouse. Ay, 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 ay. I got to get out of vacation mode now, get back to serious work. All right. Take care. See you all soon. Bye-bye. Bye.